So, you're a teacher.
I immediately regret this decision.
Who would have thought it could be so hard?
I want to know why.
Students are impossible to control, parents can't be trusted, government and admin policies just don't make any sense.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Fear not, fellow educators. Help is on its way.
Awesome.
Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. We bring you a weekly dose of comedic curriculum. And now, here's your host, Devin Siebold.
Hey-o! Crying in My Car, podcast for teachers. I'm Devin Siebold. I have my good buddy, Mr. Mike Lee. In the house.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
And,
hello.
Got my other good buddy, Mr. Greg the Angry Texan Parrot.
Sup?
Who is even
baby.
angrier today. You can expect him angry for the next 12 weeks because the Dallas Cowboys will lose every one of those games. And the very next day, he will be in here to record and still be feeling the wrath of the loss.
I wouldn't say they're going to lose. I'm saying they're going to probably go 8-8.
I'm not going to lie. They lose all the time, and I don't know how.
But that last play, you were there. You were there. That
I
last
was.
play.
Yeah.
That last play was not pushing off. Even ESPN was sitting there saying, oh, hey, yeah, this was probably shouldn't have been called. And definitely, you said the last three plays of the game, the refs screwed the Cowboys.
Yep, I agree, but they lost. And so that's
what
L.
really matters.
Yeah, there's no asterisk next to the L.
It's okay because the attention of picking on me and people lashing out on me on Facebook is overshadowed by Brady.
Yeah, that's true.
That one meme that says I've made a terrible mistake.
Oh, that by far was the funniest thing I saw. I couldn't believe how horribly Tom Brady played, and people are still trying to defend him, no matter what.
Yeah, I think he's still good. I think it's one of those things where we were all waiting for the armor to break in Zeus.
Oh, it broke. Oh,
yeah,
it broke.
I
2
know.
interceptions, one of them a pick six in his opening game, in his game opener for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think that's just the Buck curse is interceptions.
And where was Gronk in all of this? Where was he? Was he even around?
No.
Yeah.
He was on the field.
I think he was doing a beer bong on the side of the sideline over there, like, yo, broskies, I'll be in a minute.
Yeah. It was brutal. I'm not a big football fan, but you guys are diehard OU in your shirt.
Oh yeah, I got my Oklahoma shirt on.
Hold on, time out. Regarding that, you son of a.
Look, if you've noticed now that college
dude, I'm
football has
so
started,
pissed off, dude. It's like
OU.
staring me in the face. It's just like a big ugly anus, just over here to the right. And it's like every time I reach for my coffee's brown, and I don't want to take a sip because it's probably OU infested.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
No, dude, it's stupid, dude. I'm getting mad.
How you feeling, Devin?
I feel like I'm back in class. I need to call for a dean. Listen, he's uncontrollable. I can't. I try. I've intervened. Greg, go to the other room.
You're gonna have.
We're gonna put you in the other room.
Need to go
I'm
calm
getting
down.
ready
Go
to
calm
slap
down.
him in the mouth. That's disrespectful.
So
How did Texas won? Didn't they? They won on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I wasn't really focused on that.
Oh yeah.
What did they? The Longhorns?
I believe they did. Yeah, I believe that the Longhorns won.
First game is usually against Brevard Community College.
Exactly.
Right,
and
right.
Oklahoma was like playing Missouri State, which was the biggest scrimmage of their season, obviously.
59-3, Texas 59-3,
Longhorns. Yeah, and we won 48-0. So,
that's good.
Yeah, it was.
I should be more excited. I'm just still overwhelmed by. I've been waiting all year to see good pro football.
Yeah.
And
here.
I was happy. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
How long has it been since you've seen good pro football? Like the 80s, maybe the mid 90s? Is that when they were good?
Every year.
Is that when Dallas was good?
Every year, the Dallas Cowboys are like that. That it's like. I don't want to get graphic or anything, but it's like that one girl that just teases you all the time. Like my girlfriend sometimes, like drink a little wine and we have good time, and then I'm feeling lucky, and then like, oh, you passed that wine point to where I know that as soon as we get home, you're going to go to sleep. It's fine. And that's the Dallas Cowboys for me, man. I enjoy the ride until the playoffs, and then I'm like, all right, guys, I'm ready for y'all to let me down. You know,
I think Greg has spoke more in these first 3 minutes than the entire time on the podcast.
I know. Well,
Just
you're
because he's
talking about the Cowboys.
Football. As soon as it's something he knows, as soon as I talk about school, he's like, "Well, I dropped out in 9th grade, so you know."
no, I dropped out in my senior year. Thank you.
See. But I did find it ironic that we joked about a while ago the fact that teachers that were e-learning were putting cardboard cutouts of their students, and then we turned into the NFL and there's cardboard cutouts of people. Like they just put literal cardboard cutouts of people in the stands.
That's been going on actually since they started up the baseball season. And
the baseball does it. Yeah,
you can
baseball
pay for
that.
You can pay for it. Exactly. You can go and on your favorite team pay a certain price, $30 or $40, and they'll put a cardboard cutout of you in the stands, which I think is awesome.
The
That's
NFL is all digital, or the NBA, sorry, is all digital.
Yeah, so is WWE. It looked crazy. I watched the SummerSlam the other night, and I was amazed. I was like, that's about 13,000 fans, and it's all monitors. I was like, good job, Vince McMahon. You sold the XFL and bought a bunch of monitors.
So wait a minute. Wait, do they put monitors in the audience?
Dude,
or
they do.
Do they put digital?
No, they put a monitor in every seat, and it's somebody that logs online. I could have done it too if I was watching it when it happened. I could have logged online, and my webcam could have broadcast me in one of those seats, and I would
because they would have filtered out the nudity.
Probably.
There's no way they would have.
No, dude, they actually had people from AEW. They pointed out they had, I guess, paid extra money to have like ringside seats, and they're sitting there with their little microphone and beers in their hand.
Wow, yeah, I didn't know that.
But think about how cool it would be if, like, you could do that for, like, the death penalty. Like, oh, we're going to execute this one guy. The family gets to be there, like, virtual. And there's, like, 4 or 5 monitors of the family's faces just watching him.
Good God.
That's terrible.
Good God.
I'm just thinking where we could use this in other aspects.
Not that.
Yeah, I take it back, Devin. From now on, Greg only gets one shot before the podcast. I can take my usual two.
You gave him all this alcohol, and suddenly he's up here.
I will blame Mike Lee. Yeah,
like,
thank you for giving me a shot at 11 in the morning.
I actually, I don't mind him being on camera a little bit more because that means that the OU warmer is behind him.
That's true.
The more OU screen time we can get, the better.
You didn't even rep your team, Greg. Get out of here. Yeah, you're over here wearing, what is that, what is it?
It's a bass t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a bass fishing tournament that I helped host this weekend.
Tournament t-shirt.
Yeah.
You ever been to a bass fishing tournament, Devin?
No, and I never will.
No, it was a good time. I even won a raffle. I have a grill and a cooler
It
on
can't
wheels.
be called a tournament. It should be called a bass fishing raffle because it's luck.
It's luck, isn't it?
It's 100%
I mean,
luck.
I know that there's an idea behind what lures you use.
You
and
could
all
be
that
the
stuff,
best
but
fisherman in the world,
I'll
and if
say
you don't
this.
cast in front of the 18-pound bass that is
Right.
1 in a million in that
No,
lake.
the guy that won was a lucky bastard that got a 9-pound bass and walked out with $1,000 cash.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Like,
good
I'm sorry,
prize.
I'll go out there and throw the rig around and just say, okay, this is a heavy one. Well, now's the time I start scratching off the numbers.
$1,000 probably paid for half of his gas for the boat.
I think he used a trolling motor.
I just don't. I mean, I like to fish. Don't get me wrong. I think it's
Right.
fun. I mean, we've all gone fishing together.
Yeah, you wore that
but-
ridiculous hat the last time we did.
Yeah,
You look
but
like
I don't.
you
Shut up, Greg!
Lord
You're like the PD
I
guy
know,
who won't quit talking right now.
He is on a roll,
Yeah.
isn't he? He is just yakking.
Killing me.
But no, I just don't understand the whole idea behind the tournament of it. You know, I mean, is it a real competition? I mean, it's not like you're out there cutting other people's lines or like, fighting for
You should.
an edge.
That needs to be happening.
Yeah, if it was like extreme bass fishing. Yeah, exactly.
WWB, World Wrestling Bass, and then you're just out there. And when you catch the bass, like it'd be different if you had to like fight it or something,
Yeah.
And, by hand, catch it by hand only. I don't know. I think there's
A
some sort of
noodling competition.
there's a wilderness aspect to it. Yeah, you've been noodling, Greg, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how did that go?
It's fun.
It sounds ridiculous.
No,
It
your
sounds terrifying.
knuckles are going to bleed.
You have to reach your hand into a hole. It's like the teacher equivalent of reaching your hand under the desk to lift up the desk because you don't know what your hand's going to touch.
Yeah.
And it's sticky, it's yucky, it might bite you. I don't know. There's a lot of, but have you done noodling before?
No, I don't do the noodling thing. Only because I grew up in Oklahoma where a lot of that, in Texas, like Greg, is where he's from. There's a lot of that goes on, and people die all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because they get a hold of like a 200-pound catfish or something.
It pulls them.
And it pulls them down, and they can't let go, and they can't get out of it, and they end up drowning. So
See?
I'm like, I'm good. I'll just use
Yeah,
a
that's in
rod and reel.
Oklahoma.
We have something-
Doesn't happen in Texas.
We have something called a fish market here in
Yeah,
Florida.
I actually
And
went to the Lakeland Seafood Market this morning.
Yeah,
and,
and
picked
I-
up some fish.
I bought some scallops.
I used my hands.
I did.
It was great. It
Yep.
was the same thing.
And
really.
the thing is, and right now with COVID, you have the equal chance of dying.
Exactly.
It's
It's
just
great.
the same risk. It's crazy. But that's, a lot of. Are you? I wanted to talk about a subject that I'm very passionate about. It is that time of year, folks, and I am proud to admit that I am a pumpkin spice fanatic.
Oh,
I am a
God.
pumpkin spice. Every day I go in to teach pumpkin spice.
For shame.
Pumpkin spice coffee, pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice everything. I love
Everybody that was rooting for you to be to really uphold your man card is just like they're just very disappointed.
I knew he was going to bring this pumpkin spice up because I saw it peeking out of his purse over there.
Yeah, the people that.
That's right. You do have a purse, don't you?
No, I don't have a purse. God,
hold on.
what is wrong with you people?
Was it a merce? Is that
No,
what
I
you
don't
called
have
it?
anything. I
Oh.
have my phone and my laptop. Get out of here. Anyways, so I'm
It's
a big
satchel. Leave me alone. It's a satchel.
I get pumpkin logs.
Yeah.
You get the pumpkin log.
I get pumpkin logs
I know you do. I know you get pumpkin.
the day
log.
after Thanksgiving.
Golly.
What's wrong?
I set up for that.
Push
That's
that
okay.
wah,
Go ahead.
wah, wah button.
I don't understand why you guys hate me so much.
I'm a big pumpkin fan, and I'm into it. But
Yeah.
I don't. You guys don't get seasonal.
Yeah. Well,
Where are you at on the eggnog?
I love eggnog, but
Oh.
if you walk through the house right now,
Oh, my
I've
God.
already got started in on the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, it's
oh, yeah.
Halloween all over his house. I was walking
Yeah.
in. I
It's
was like,
almost October.
it's
Yeah.
not even fall yet. Fall's on the 20th.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know how they say that you're not supposed to decorate your house until after Thanksgiving for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
We look at the same thing. We decorate after Labor Day because that's, what is it? Memorial Day at the beginning of summer. That's the unofficial start of summer, and Labor Day is kind of the unofficial end of summer.
It's already
People
in
are
the
going
stores.
back to school. Teachers and everybody's going back to school and work and everything like that. So we look at that as an opportunity. We took that 3-day weekend and started decorating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will never be one of those teachers, by the way, that decorates my classroom themed to the different
Seasons?
Seasons.
Why
yeah.
not?
I just don't. That's a little too much,
Why?
I'll do occasional door decorating. I just
Yeah.
don't think that the classroom's the classroom. I mean, that's just adding
Wow.
on extra work to it. I'm more of a what do I need to do? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Not what extra do I need to do.
There's 4 seasons. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not seasonal.
I don't know. I like that. I mean, you come into the classroom. What was that one teacher who did like a whole Harry Potter theme for Halloween one year?
Yeah, see,
That's awesome.
No, that's too much.
That's-
That's too
What?
much.
What do you mean, Greg?
That's just somebody that instead of talking a lot when they drink, they just drank and went I'm going to go decorate my classroom.
Or they just have a very wealthy spouse because that kind
Right.
of stuff costs
Costs money. Yeah, and we all know that they don't have any of that.
Not doing that. And sometimes what always gets me is these teachers create these awesome classrooms, but they don't get any of the input from the students or have them help. That would seem like
Yeah.
a fun project for kids to do.
Sure, yeah,
You
that
know?
would be. Yeah, hey, we're all going to get together on Friday and decorate and head off into the weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. Not my thing. Not really a teacher decorating thing. But I will say, I've got an easy job. I don't really do anything at all. I just sit on my computer all day. Right, Mike? By the way,
What's wrong?
cryinginmycar@gmail.com, care
Yeah.
of Mike Lee, because he said today in a message that
Oh my
because
God,
I
that
was
was hilarious.
e-teaching, I was e-learning, that all I do is sit in front of a computer all day. It's not like my job's that hard anyway.
Oh, what was it
Hey,
you
you guys
said
are
to
gonna
me?
be
crying in my car.
No. What did you say to me, smart
Crying
aleck?
in my car
You
at
know what I
gmail.com. Crying in my car at gmail.com. care of Mike Lee, let him know that unless he wants to prep for AP Psychology, Sociology, and U.S. History for a full hour-and-a-half long lectures, when he can't even manage to think of 5 minutes to say on stage, and then I deliver it online, I got to grade all the things. I'd love to pull up my emails right now and see exactly how many emails I sent and received today. Well over 200, by the way. But it's cool. I'm just a guy sitting at my desk doing nothing.
Devin, 200. That's about the amount of times I've heard "Wake Me Up Before You Go" in the last 48 hours on this radio station.
Yeah, must be really hard. Oh wait, you don't program any of those songs.
No,
Somebody
I don't
else
do any of
does.
that.
Yeah,
No,
So you're just sitting there dusting and stuff in your little tiny cubicle that you have as a radio station.
And he's like, but we got to be on the air every hour. And then he's like, oh, but we have to do the weather first thing because we got to do the weather,
Which is
so
done
I'm gonna sit
by
here and read the weather. And then, by the way, I need to fill time. Let me see what's on Yahoo
Guys,
News.
listen,
Weird news.
Listen. Your jealousy makes you ugly. Don't be that guy.
No, I'm not jealous.
Yeah, dude. I am jealous. I have to maintain employees and cooks, and I have to do inventory, and I have to order produce and beer orders and all kinds of stuff, and then write jokes whenever I have spare time. I hate you with all my heart, and I hate that stupid, Cincy, stupid thing over here. And why'd you give me 2 shots before the damn show?
Oh man,
Did you put victory in that? I smell victory.
Yeah, the victory is actually, if that's
smell
what
victory.
you're smelling, Greg,
That's
is
the Cincy
us
victory.
kicking your ass for the last 7 years in a row.
Oh, Greg. Oh,
God, I'm
Greg.
in a bad mood.
I told you every single Sunday now for the next 12 weeks, and it's not 16 weeks because they don't play in the playoffs.
By the way, did you enjoy your lobster and gator and shrimp?
I did. That you brought over. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's find out first if I'm on Ellen, because I really want to know. I know the people want to know, and it's the question that I get the most. Everybody sends it to me. So, am I on Ellen?
Get ready, folks. It's time for everyone's favorite game. Let's play Is Devin on Ellen?
So, Devin, here's the big question.
Sure.
Are you on Ellen?
No.
And that was Is Devin on Ellen?
Oh, buddy.
Wow.
One of these days.
Classic game shows.
Yep.
One of the classics.
One of the classics. Speaking of the classics, let's talk a little bit about thegreatcoursesplus.com. If you could be an expert in any topic, what would it be? Well, the good news is you don't have to choose just one, thanks to The Great Courses Plus. The Great Courses Plus has thousands of informative, engaging lectures that you can stream from the comfort of your own home.
There are hundreds of different subjects to choose from. Right now, I'm enjoying learning Spanish. Yeah. I don't know if you know this about me, Devin, but I actually took 2 semesters of Spanish in high school.
So you're fluent?
Yeah, 3 semesters in college.
Oh.
Yeah. And the best I can do is Donde está el baño? So I'm hoping that with over 20 lectures in this course on thegreatcoursesplus.com that I can do a little bit better. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to check it out. You can do it on any device, your phone, your laptop. You can do it even on your Apple TV or your Fire Stick. It's a fantastic course.
I've been actually got a 65-inch TV, and I've been watching the French Great Tour.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, it's very nice. They have several lectures, but the lectures are so beautiful that watching it, you can see the architecture, you can see the geography of France, you can travel all the way from Versailles to Arles to Corsica to Avignon.
Oh, wow.
It's
Listen
beautiful.
to that pronunciation.
I took 4 years of French as well. So to get this, the Great Courses Plus is offering our listeners a full month of access to the entire library absolutely free. That's access to any and all of the courses for the next month, completely free. Don't wait any longer. How do they sign up?
All you got to do is go to our special link. That is thegreatcoursesplus.com/CIMC. CIMC for crying in my cart. Do not wait any longer. You have got to go and check this out. You will absolutely love it. That is thegreatcoursesplus.com/CIMC.
All right, guys.
right.
I think it's time probably to do a little Teach the Teacher.
Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
Hey, teachers,
I have but one question for you.
think you have what it takes to pass?
Can you attend my class?
It's time for Teach the Teacher.
All right. I have got a great teach the teacher today. I'm super excited to do this one. You guys are big TV show fans, yeah? Everybody loves TV.
Yeah. Look at me.
But then again, being a fan of something doesn't mean you're going to excel in it. We saw that last week with Star Wars and Star Trek.
Oh, yes, good point. Oh, poor old Greg. He really failed.
Dude, I'm breaking that OU thing by the end of the show.
I think he's going to break everything. This may be the last podcast we ever have.
All right, this one is going to be called "Name the Show" by the characters. All right, so I'm going to list the characters. I have up to 4 characters, and I'll go kind of slow because you're not supposed to get it right away, but maybe you will. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But by the end of it, you should definitely know the show I'm talking about. Whoever yells it out first will get the point.
Okay,
all
characters
right?
and
I've
show.
got 15 of them, so we shouldn't have to worry about a tiebreaker as long as you guys get all of them. If anybody misses one, we might have a tiebreaker. But yeah, I will give you the characters. You yell out the show when you think you know it. Here we go. Number 1, Joe, Blair, Natalie.
Facts of Life.
Oh, Facts of Life. There we go. Greg is on the board.
I think he's going to get this one because he's really good at character names, and I'm not.
All right, here we go. Number 2, Kelly, Zach,
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. He's on it, baby.
All right, give him a third shot.
Number 3, Christopher.
Yes, please.
Number 3, Christopher, Carmela, Meadow, Tony.
Who's the boss?
Nope. Meadow and Tony are your biggest clues. Carmela.
I don't know.
Nobody? Oh, wow. That's The Sopranos. The Sopranos.
I've never watched any episodes.
Yeah, I watched them for a while, and I just forgot the characters. I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. Number 4, Mike, Ben, Maggie Malone.
Growing Pains.
Nice. Look at this guy. He is on it, man. Are you there, David? Are you there, David?
I am. I'm 35. He's 47. And this is,
43.
he grew up in this.
Wait, no, I'm not even 43 yet. That's 2 weeks.
All right, here we go. John Locke, Kate Austin.
Lost.
He got it.
A
He's
show
on the
that I
board.
did not watch.
All right. Number 6, Joffrey, Ashley.
Game of
Say
Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Nope. Joffrey.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
There it is.
Son of a...
Ashley, Carlton, and Fresh Prince was going to be your big clue, obviously. Number 7, Marcy, Peggy.
Married Children.
There we go.
Yeah, because you have the show.
Favorite of all time.
The shirt, too. Yeah,
Favorite show of all time.
Number 8, Elaine, George,
Seinfeld.
Jerry. There it is. Oh, man, catching up. It's 4-3 right now, but Greg is still ahead, holding on to a very small lead. All right, here we
Shut
go.
up.
Number 9, Natalie Teeger, Captain Leland, Randall Disher, and
Love Boat?
Adrian Monk. Oh, Adrian Monk.
I said the Love Boat.
No, it's not the Love Boat.
Monk.
It is Monk. There it is.
Gosh, you can't put the
That's his
answer in
name.
the title.
That's his name.
My mom's favorite show.
Number 10, Kitty, Donna, Michael, and
That
Fez.
70s Show.
There it is. That 70s Show. Yep. Number 11, Paul Pfeiffer, Kevin Arnold, the narrator.
Wonder Years.
Wonder Years it is. Man, tied up right now, 5-5. Here we go with number 12, Michelle, Stephanie, Uncle Joey.
Full House.
Yeah.
He got me.
Nice. Number 13, John, Samuel, Cersei, and Arya.
Game of Thrones.
There it is. Man, where you at, Greg? You fell off, buddy.
I know I did.
All right, number 14, Dustin Henderson, Mike Wheeler, Jim Hopper, 11.
Stranger Things.
It is Stranger Things.
Never
Devin,
seen that show.
Coming from behind the last
You're
one.
missing out, by the way.
Yeah, you are. The last one, Hobie, Mitch.
Baywatch.
It is Baywatch.
Right.
Look at this with the freaking huge. Let's see what the final score. Greg 5, Devin with 9, and he takes it home yet again.
Good job. And it just wasn't a bunch of 80s and 90s in there.
There was actually quite a few. I made sure to mix it up a lot.
I want to ask you this
And I
because
got
I have
those.
not asked you if you watched it yet. I asked
Okay.
Greg. He has not. Bro, I've heard good things. I've heard good things for a while. I've been watching a lot of shows. I'm into shows like you are. I watch a lot of series. The Boys
Oh my god,
is so
freaking
good. You
Oh
seen
my
it?
God.
I haven't watched season 2 yet. I'm waiting.
Bro, is that
It's
not such
it
a
is.
good
Give me
show?
your prime. I said this the other night.
It is actually, Greg. You would absolutely love it.
Dude,
it is
I
everything.
know,
about
'cause
the
I love
anti-
Doom Squad.
It's
Yeah.
the anti-superheroes is all it is.
I-
It's so
Doom
good.
Squad.
I literally was told 900 times to watch it, and just wasn't enthralled by the what it was. I was like, I don't know.
It is
and
so
I
good.
put on first episode the other day, and I was like, well, this season's going to be done in about 12 hours. And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
It is so good.
If you haven't watched it, it is all
The
about
Boys.
what if superheroes were real.
Yeah.
And what would they really be like? Because they're people. They're
That's
not
it.
perfect people. They're just people. And they have all this power.
It's
and
the House of Cards
Yeah.
of superheroes.
Yeah, exactly. It's so easy to take advantage of all that power, but then in front of the camera, you're the big Superman, the hero or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great.
I love that show, man. I'm really into it. Okay, let's see. Let's jump into teachers in the news.
We combed the headlines for you
Oh yeah, baby.
and came up with this. It's time for Teachers in the News.
Okay, we're not getting into politics on this, gentlemen. I just am simply stating it for a fact. This is part of the news. In Indianapolis, there is a Catholic school that fired a gay employee. They have fired at least 3 gay employees since 2018. So 1 a year they're going for. And they find out, I guess, afterwards that they are gay. And apparently... the Department of Justice and the Trump administration has said that they side with the Catholic school and believe that, yes, they should be allowed to fire them because of their sexual orientation. So the actual Trump administration has stepped in and said, yep, we side with them. And they said that that's the way it... they said that the government is not to interfere with the autonomy of religious organizations.
That is such a tough one. And I don't want to get into politics either, but I mean, it works
But
both ways. Whenever you look at it, it works both ways.
There's 2 ways to
Yeah.
think that. The government stays out of religion, or the government jumps in because there's no discrimination. You know,
Yep.
which one are you going to enforce?
And you want the same equal rights for all religions and their beliefs. So it's such a tie.
I just think that life, liberty, pursuit of happiness trumps all. That's just me.
Well,
How about the
yeah.
old saying, a person, the quality of a person is defined by the quality of a person's work.
Right.
Why don't we just let people do this
And they
work?
could be great teachers.
Oh, absolutely.
You never
I
know.
totally agree. Like I'm not saying I agree with them being fired. I'm saying I see the hard. I mean, where is it gonna end? That's the
Right.
question.
Right.
So if you let them jump in on this and say, no, you got to do this or whatever, and make them hire them back, now you've got the government involved in religious beliefs,
Yep.
and it's like, what now? What? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Interestingly enough, we are entering a brand new era, gentlemen.
Oh, we
It's
are.
an era that I mentioned before, and I've mentioned it on my Facebook a few years back, and
Yeah.
it was odd. So when I first started teaching 14 years ago, I would talk about, because I teach seniors in high school, I would talk about 9/11, and we would share our thoughts about where we were, what we remember, and slowly, as years went on, students stopped having memory of it.
Yeah.
I was too young. I was too
Oh,
young.
yeah, that's right.
And then
There's a lot of
now they're not even
students.
born yet.
Yeah.
19 years later, and they actually did an article on a teacher who is 19 years old who was not born yet when apparently.
How is there a teacher that's 19?
I was 20 when I started.
You were?
Yeah.
But you were just an assistant, right? You hadn't even graduated.
No, I was a teacher that had graduated. I was right there. You can do dual enrollment and be done with a 4-year degree in 2 years.
Oh. I wish I would have done that.
Yeah. But, students were not born yet, and the teacher was not old enough to remember or not born yet. And this is the first time that 9/11 is being taught as history,
Right.
beyond experience,
Yeah.
beyond the personal experience. Because every teacher kind of has that, okay, so I remember this, I remember that. I mean, obviously things like D-Day and stuff had to get to that point too.
Of course,
Where in
yeah.
the 1960s, people were going, I remember, and eventually
Yeah.
people just go, all right, open your books and let's look at pictures of it and talk about what other people experienced. And it's a weird thing.
The only difference is that 9/11, like for instance with Pearl Harbor or D-Day, 9/11 happened in the age of 24-hour news networks, and the internet was
There's
abound.
so many.
There's so much footage and stuff out there, so we knew about it immediately. Whereas like your D-Days and your Pearl Harbors, they read about it in the newspaper the next morning.
Right.
Things like that. You know what I mean?
And plus, we have literally just like endless accounts of what happened, and you can rewatch like full days of news.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that I listened to the other day that I'd never listened to was the Stern Howard Stern on that day.
Oh, really?
Have you ever listened to it?
No. Uh-uh.
So Howard Stern did a full report that morning, and as it was unfolding, it was on his TV behind him, and he was talking about it. And what was crazy is the first plane hit, and I believe Baba Booey or somebody in the one of his sidekicks or whatever was like, "What if this is one of those crazy terrorist attacks where they're just kamikazing stuff?"
Oh, my
and they
God.
all laughed, and they were like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, that would never happen.
And then the second one hit, and they're like,
Oh my God.
holy shnikes.
You're fired.
Today they would be fired for making that joke.
But it's it was crazy to listen to it on Stern because I hadn't listened to the full broadcast. But go back and listen to it from like the point when it first is reported.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because they're all going through their thought process, and it's not news reporting.
Sure.
It's their own personal thoughts of, oh my God, I'm scared. Oh my God, like this is
Yeah.
going to change the world. Oh, we have to immediately. Robin, of all people, the nicest person in the entire world, was like, we have to attack them. Like, it was a simple response that I think most of us had is, we need to get back, you know?
Yeah.
We need to fight now.
Immediately.
Like, it was a weird thing.
It's so weird because that attack pulled us, I think, as a country all together. And this whole, like, in the last 4 years, really, has been nothing but division.
American flags all over the place.
Bro,
I remember.
Yeah.
I moved to Florida 9 days after 9/11. The whole drive down here.
What were you getting away from, Craig?
yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute.
I
you
was
in a
getting away
sleeper
from the
cell?
oil refineries in East Texas. No, we were coming down here with my cousin, and I just remember seeing red, white, and blue the whole drive. It was amazing.
I was in college at the time, and I remember every minute of that morning and that day because I watched most of it right before class, and then went to class that started at 9:30, and it was a broadcasting class. And instead of doing any sort of teaching, they just put the news on, and we watched it. And then when they realized that it was definitely a terrorist attack, they just sent us all home. Everybody, like, classes were canceled for the day. But then I was bartending. And I wasn't a big fan of President Bush at the time. You know, he was pretty controversial as far as Democrats versus Republicans.
Yeah.
And then, but I was bartending, and that night was night was the speech.
Yeah.
And everybody in that bar, we turned down the music, we turned up that television.
Mm-hmm.
The entire bar was watching that. And even as a guy who wasn't necessarily a Bush fan, I was going, hell yeah, we're going to kick their ass.
Did you ever hear Jamie
Everybody
Foxx?
was going crazy.
Did you hear Jamie Foxx on that?
Yeah. I had not heard that.
He said that Bush, he came out there and he was aggressive.
Yes.
You know, he had that walk,
He
and he
did.
walked up, and he was like, we going to get the goddamn Taliban, we going to get Osama bin Laden, we going to get the average white band, we going to get all the damn bands, every band, we going to get them.
Yeah.
And it was funny to listen to.
It was great.
We going to get Casey and the Sunshine Band, we going to attack all of them. But anyways, on to the next one. Former teacher has opened up a private school on her farm. Talk about adapting to the times.
Really?
Kemi Wilson has decided that she wanted to open up a school on her 46-acre farm. Which, by the way, you have a 46-acre farm. You've been doing pretty well, you know? That's pretty cool.
No kidding.
But she's got goats, turkeys, chickens, everything for the kids when they drop them off in the school. She said she started doing virtually and decided, you know what, I've got a lot of land. And she said there's no planning. She just has the kids dropped off in the morning from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they go about their day learning math, science, and everything to do with farming. Like, she just ties it in. Like,
Nice.
3 eggs plus 5 eggs, you know, kind of stuff like that. And yeah, apparently she's doing pretty well.
yeah,
I
that's
guess it's packed right now. I guess she said that. She has 3 students in her school, but that's the maximum she's going to take. But the maximum she takes was 7. She said, but she has a lot of people inquiring about it. So kind of cool, changing. You know,
I mean, it's neat, but that would be just odd.
to go to a farm for
yeah,
school?
I'm sending my kid down to Annie's farm or whatever,
Right.
for schooling. It'd be like the old prairie days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who
Right.
sailed the ocean to discover America? Timmy. No, I wasn't raising my hand for that. The pig just crapped on my foot.
All right, last one we got in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, apparently still going in England.
It is?
Yeah, I guess it's going here too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got the lady from
The View?
40-Year-Old Virgin, that lady that...
Katie-
No, that's
Katie
the
Couric
weakest.
was doing it.
That's the weakest link. Sorry.
I thought Katie Couric was doing it.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But
I had no
anyways,
idea it was still going.
It's going on over in England, and apparently the former host of Top Gear is hosting the English version, British version.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And apparently they have not had a winner for the $1 million in years. Like, they apparently have not had anybody win this. Wait, hold on. I had the exact time, and I want to give the exact time because I feel like I've...
or does that mean that they're going to compile, like pile up all the money that they haven't given away and give away one big one?
Apparently, in 14 years, they have not had a winner
Holy moly!
get to the $1 million prize.
Wow.
So they got about $14 million.
No, you get $1 million. I mean,
That's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, are they going to do like, all right, well, we're going to do a $10 million prize now until
I don't
somebody
know.
wins it? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Doing.
They should be.
Yeah,
but it
they
was
should
a
be doing
teacher
that.
that won it.
Wait, won $1 million?
Won the $1 million in the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. A geography teacher appeared on the show and won it this September. So he was the first
so like the most recent. So he was the first one in 14 years
to win it.
Oh, he should
nice.
sue them and get
Very
$14 million if no one else has won it.
Well, I'm sure that they're not. They probably aren't just like stockpiling it all. They're
No.
yeah.
The question was, just so you know,
Hold on, don't tell us the answer.
I'm not going to tell you the answer. I'm going to tell you the multiple choice. It's multiple choice.
Okay, yeah, go.
No lifelines or anything. In 1718, which pirate died in a battle off the coast of what is now North Carolina? Which I imagine for a British person, that'd be like the equivalent of saying who died in the Battle of Liverpool.
Give me the names.
All right. The options were Calico Jack, Blackbeard, Bartholomew Roberts, and Captain Kidd.
Ooh,
It was Kid.
Was it Kid?
It's either Blackbeard or Kid.
My initial, instantly in my head, I thought Blackbeard, but then I remembered Bartholomew Roberts, and now I'm wondering.
And Kid was a badass.
I remember
know.
Calico Jack's because
Yeah.
it used to be an awesome restaurant in Florida. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
They were all over here.
were
They were a bunch of
amazing.
badasses.
Yep.
I'm sure that they were the four horsemen of pirates.
I'm gonna go with my initial instinct, which was Blackbeard, but I have a feeling it's Bartholomew.
One of you has won the $1 million prize.
Oh yeah.
Mike Lee, you're taking home the $1 million.
I did say
Greg lost
Blackbeard.
twice this episode.
Whatever, dude. I said Kid or Blackbeard. I said I'm gonna go Kid because they were all badasses.
Yeah, so that's
That was
Teachers
my
of the News,
initial
man.
instinct. Wow, that's awesome. Wow.
Yep.
$1 million.
Shut up. OU sucks.
Now, we're going to do a little something different for you guys. We did this for the Patreon podcast a few weeks ago. And if you want to subscribe to that Patreon podcast, it's $2.99 a month now.
That's right.
$2.99 a month. You get all access. You get the early release of the tour dates. You get the video sneak peek. You get extra media. And you get backlog catalog of almost 40 additional exclusive bonus episodes, plus a new one each and every week for only $2.99. That's it for the entire month, all access, and plus you get to join a community of Crying in My Car fans.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Please, definitely. That's we did this because we figured that a lot of people, especially right now, probably have a lot easier time paying $3 a month than paying $10 or $20 a
Right.
month. So we're not gonna do the monthly mail outs like we were, but we will do. Occasionally if something comes across our desk, we can be like, oh, let's send this out to everybody like an appreciation gift. But it won't be like a regular thing like the monthly gift. But there will be a lot more content that is only going to be available on Patreon, and it's only $3 a month. So
plus if
come
you want to
on.
buy some of our merch from
we will
TeePublic,
still have it. Yeah.
tpublic.com/CIMC. I actually have, Mike, I didn't even tell you this, I have an exclusive discount code for our Patreons.
What?
So you can save money now. You get your money back,
That's
essentially.
awesome.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into a little segment I like to call the Punchline Punch Up. I invented this segment when I was back on the terrestrial radio, pre-podcast days. And it's basically, since we're all three stand-up comedians, we're going to go over some of our material. And this is in progress material.
Right.
This is working material, and we're going to talk about some of our jokes. And if you got ideas, send us some punchlines at CIMC, or I'm sorry, cryinginmycar@gmail.com, and let us know what you think. I mean, these are all new jokes that we're working on, just doing something a little different here on this podcast. Right now, I'm working on a joke about gambling. I used to gamble a lot. Back in the day.
Yeah.
And I stopped when I found myself a grown-ass man yelling at a Willy Wonka slot machine.
Yeah.
Nothing brings you down to earth quicker than punching the air because you didn't get the 5th Augustus gloop. You're like, why? It's sad. Casinos to me used to be like dark, smoke-filled. alcohol fueled, rooms of cards and talking about life, and it used to be like an all evening thing, and now you sit there and you find yourself blowing $500 on the Sex and the City slot machine, just trying to get that Burberry bonus, and you're like, what has become of my life? Why can I not get 3 Samanthas? Why?
I love this because I actually loved the Willy Wonka slot machine.
Yeah, you do, and that's where I got the inspiration, because you're a grown ass man trying to cheer on Gobstoppers.
Come on,
Hey,
come on!
You're sitting there, you're like, I got the Papa Leafface bonus. I got the Papa Leafface bonus.
I gotta go the ticket.
Oh my gosh! The funny thing is, the same people using that slot machine in the casinos are they're the bedridden ones that would have been in Willy Wonka. And then this is the problem. This is where I stopped gambling when I knew I had a big problem, and I figured out when I had a big problem because I went to the Hard Rock Casino. Mm-hmm. I was with my buddy, and they had this area roped off, and there was police there. And we're like, what happened? The guy's like, well, somebody just blew their brains out.
Oh.
Yeah, they just committed suicide on a slot machine. And I was like, they committed suicide on the slot machine? And the guy goes, yeah, man. They apparently put their whole life savings into it and just didn't hit. Came here kind of risking it all and decided to end everything. And I knew at that point that I have a problem because I sat there a few feet away from this dead body and I thought, which machine? If there's a life savings in there, it's gonna hit.
It's gonna hit now.
Can we dust it off? Can we? He didn't shoot the machine, right?
The machine's still there.
The machine's still there, right? It's bound to hit. That's a lot of money. If I can get a little bit of a kid's college tuition back,
amazing. Exactly.
I know that's a little bit of a morbid joke, but I just figured
that's the whole idea.
It's funny.
Yeah,
it's good.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you got something, Mike or Greg?
Greg, go ahead.
I do. So we're talking about the Karate Kid recently. It just hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, so much of my youth was into Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I had told my cousin that I grew up with, Michael Brett. I told him, I said, hey, have you seen that new show on Netflix, Cobra Kai? And he says, no. I said, remember, we watched Karate Kid together in theaters together. He's like, I just realized he doesn't remember that or anything before the crane kick to the face.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I was enrolled in martial arts around the time the movie came out, and I didn't even learn the crane position for 2 years. When I first tried to do the crane post, I started out in the crane position, and I ended up in the cane position.
Hey-oh!
I thought my dad was Mr. Miyagi teaching me lessons in life through hard work and perseverance. Turns out they were just chores.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah,
it is pretty good. Who wrote that?
My dad had me.
Damn.
My dad had me paint the fence, and I asked him if this was going to teach me self-defense. He said yes. Painting the fence is going to keep me from kicking your ass.
That's good too. Was that you, Devin? Did you help him out with that one?
No.
Like, just give him the...
No, it's fine. No, I didn't. Listen, we're all comedians here. We're all comedians. We all do it. We all say, hey, that's a great premise. I've got a good punchline for you. So it's not a bad thing.
No, he came up with the premise. I just helped him with a punchline or two.
That's good.
The chores one.
The chores one, yeah, that's great.
The kicking ass was actually a real life statement.
I don't really have any major premises that I'm working on right now, but I do have this one. I don't really hate a lot of stuff in my life. I'm not one of those people that's like, I hate this or I hate that, but I sat down and kind of forced myself to write just a few things that get on my nerves. And one of them is I like to cook, and one of them is recipes that have a life story before them. Mm-hmm. I don't care about your grandmother surviving the Holocaust, and that's where she got this recipe for her pierogies or what. I hate that stuff. Just give me the damn ingredients and let me go. You know what I mean? I hate whenever you have to repeat your info once you talk to an actual person. So you call the bank and it's like, for your security, please insert your account number and please give us the last 4 digits of your social security. And then you finally get somebody on the phone and they're like, hey, okay, can you just give me your account number and your last 4 digits? And I'm like, I want to punch you in the face right now. That's what I want to give you the last anyway. So anyway.
It's also funny to me when they're like, enter in your social, and they're like, beep 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 beep, and they're like, you entered. And
that's the worst too. Yeah.
But this is the thing: is the one time you enter it wrong, they're like, "Thank you," and you're like, "No, I need to say no."
No, I didn't do it.
I didn't want that one.
Yeah.
How much would you like to withdraw today, Mr. Kowalski?
$2 million,
Right?
please? Yeah, exactly. And the last one that I wrote on here is one-ply toilet paper. Apparently, you think digging shit out of my fingernails makes good toilet paper.
It does. It does. And you ever notice how one-ply toilet paper just makes you pull out 4 times as much?
Exactly. It's the worst concept ever.
You just wheel it up.
Yeah, I hate one-ply toilet paper, and pretty much every place of business has it. And so I had written those 3 things down. I haven't really gotten.
Dude, one-ply toilet paper is called John Wayne toilet paper.
I got toilet. Why?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Because it's rough and tough and doesn't take shit off nobody.
Hey-o!
But I got one-ply toilet
Courtesy
paper.
of my
I
dad.
actually love that.
I got one-ply toilet paper from somewhere, like literally Dollar General, single thing of toilet paper when I had like 50 cents for a roll, and it was the worst thing I've ever. I mean, I had to wipe once and then wipe again to soak up the blood from me wiping the first time because it's one of those things. Ow! You know.
I hate
Anyways,
that.
I love, by the way, that your jokes directly center around poop and the Holocaust, Mike. Really going for the family-friendly.
I'm not, I mean, you know me. I'm
Right.
not going for the family.
Mike's available for bar mitzvahs if you'd like. You can message him, Mike Lee at cryinginmycar.com.
saying, I don't need to hear your life story.
And I'm ready to go visit Nepal.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today to Crying in My Car podcast for teachers. If you're itching for that bonus content, patreon.com/cryinginmycar. You get 2 full-length episodes a week. Be sure to check me out, devoncomedy.com, for tour dates. I will post them as soon as I get them, and I do have some more to announce shortly. And I'm going to be doing some online stuff for charity work that you guys will be able to see soon. And that's it. Greg, what you got?
I got a couple of shows coming up. I've got Tennessee with you and Fort Walton Beach with you, and some more Darth Texan being edited as we speak.
Awesome. And Mr. Mike Lee.
You can find me September 26th at Brewhounds and not Brewhounds. What is that called? Bloodhounds.
Bloodhound Brew.
Bloodhound Brew in Orlando, and then in Vero Beach on October 1st and 2nd. So
Awesome, man.
Good time.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Crying in My Car podcast for teachers.